This is the 21st season of Bass Talk Live. BTL is presented by Bass Cat Boats, Strike King Lures, AFTCO, Pro Guide Batteries, SPRO, GAMAKATSU, The Bass Tank, DENALI Rods, BEATDOWN Outdoors, and SUNLINE.
BTL coming at you.
Good morning and welcome to another exciting edition of BTL Bass Talk Live, where we're going to talk about bass fishing. Folks, every once in a while things just don't go exactly as planned. This was the case this morning. I was down at the wife's house in Texas, so we're still in the process. She's still working down there for the next month until January, and then moving up here. Big storm came through. I made it to Buc-ee's, which is about 15 minutes away from her house, and decided not to drive through a storm that should be here in May and somehow is here in November. It was a very interesting weekend, a great weekend for the Sooners, my alma mater. They won, but I also woke up. I would be interested if you're catching the replay of this, listen on iTunes, catching it live. If anybody has a remedy for like a legitimate pinched nerve in their neck, I'd never experienced that before, and realized that I may not have a very high pain tolerance. So we're working through that. I was on the couch for about a day and a half, and now I can kind of move it. So still gives me a jolt, but things that will give you a jolt are great Black Friday deals. And joining me today is the one and only Dave Rush from Best on Tour. Done this the last couple of years. Yes, we pretty much highlight all of the great companies and groups that support BTL Bass Talk Live, that gives you over 200 live free shows over the course of the year. And one of the things that I also really appreciate is how the BTL listeners and viewers support the companies that support BTL that allow you to do this. So we're back with some more great deals that have all been put together by the one and only Dave Rush from Best on Tour. Have you ever pinched a nerve in your neck, Dave?
I have had pain in my neck. I'm not sure it has ever been diagnosed as a pinched nerve, but now I'm really starting to question this later show deal now that Buc-ee's is involved. I think maybe you just went and spent 2.5 to 3 hours.
No, I didn't even go inside Buc-ee's. I went underneath it. Now this is feeling like a Jeffrey show when we used to cancel shows, and then he would try to prove to everybody why the internet wasn't working at his house. But I legitimately, the I-35 corridor this morning from Fort Worth, which is basically just west of Dallas, all the way up into Oklahoma. Here, I'll show you what it looked like. Not ideal for travel. That was at I leave at about 4:45 in the morning to get everything situated. So I was going to have you on, and then also Adam Bartuzek from the Crappie Chronicles. Their season number 5 is actually they're about to drop episode 3 of that, where they're up in Montana ice fishing. And then Adam was going to talk about our St. Jude fundraiser that he has coming up just in the next week in December, just short of the St. Paul ice show. But anyway, long story short, I ended up waiting an hour. I came back. I can't move my neck. We got tons of deals for Black Friday, so I think we're going to dive into that. So this is what the third year in a row that we've done this, Dave.
I think it's the 3rd year in a row, and it seems to me that every year Black Friday turns into more and more of an earlier deal where you start getting emails and offers from companies earlier and earlier and earlier, and it seems like it's in every industry, just not the fishing industry. So I'm sure a lot of the listeners have already seen a ton of deals getting flooded in their inbox and social media and whatnot, but there's some pretty good stuff floating around out there. If you're looking to spend some money, this is definitely the time of year where you can save on some of your favorite products, for sure.
Definitely. I have the links to all of the Black Friday deals in the description of the show. So if you see something that you like, if you're listening to the replay, you can go back or if you're listening on iTunes, I'll put those links into the iTunes replay too, but you can go back in and click on them, and then that'll take you directly to the Black Friday page that they have there. I do remember last year that SPRO was ridiculous. We're talking
we can start there.
60, 70, 80% off. Is SPRO back at it again for Black Friday?
They are back at it, and once again, they have got some awesome deals over on the SPRO website, spro.com, including some of your favorite baits that you've come to know and love from SPRO. So you can check some of that stuff out if you want to, Matt. I mean, there's some really good deals going, specifically on one of my favorite baits, the SPRO Aruku shad.
Okay. Let's pull it up right here. Okay, SPRO Aruku shad, and then we will share the screen here. So these are all through Black Friday 2025. SPRO Aruku shads, originally $11.99. The 60s, 65s, 75s, 85s, 65 to 70% off on these things. So you're looking at anywhere from $4.20 to $3.60 for each bait.
That's a deal, dude. And don't sleep on that one. The silent, that Aruku silent is a sneaky bait. A lot of people have been fishing it. Fish get pressured. Fish get tired of hearing the same lipless sounds. That silent deal there is pretty cool. You wouldn't think much of it, but it's the same concept as going from a rattling, crankbait to a silent, more, flat-sided balsa bait or something like that.
Yeah, so. Nasty shiner, mud bug.
Yeah, it's not every single
chrome
color,
blue,
but
chrome
I mean,
black. So you kind of have to hug your way through there to find the colors.
Yeah, a lot of companies you'll see they're just like blowing out things that are really bad colors, things that maybe have not sold well. That's not the case with SPRO. There's some really good colors there, and man, there are so many deals on the SPRO website. Whether it's apparel, tools, baits. I mean, SPRO's into a little bit of everything there. And also keep in mind, they are the distributor for several other companies there up top, you see. So there's a lot of deals on a lot of different things. That Micro 45.
Yeah, so one of them that's kind of buried in here. And if you can see, like when you go to the SPRO, you can see all the filters on the down on the side right here. So then that SPRO Micro 45, it is 70% off, $465. Actually got my hands on these while John Cruz was designing it. I'm a bit of a junkie when it comes to micro crankbaits. And I think most money I've made the hard bait on is a little itty bitty crankbait.
Right. And I mean, would you say now probably an overlooked technique in the colder months, a little small
especially since the forward facing came out before that, like when you had to get a bite this time of the year, kind of fall turnover, really good on spotted bass fisheries, riprap, highly pressured fisheries, that little, it's about the half the size of like a 1.5 or a regular little john there, but all the colors in here it looks like are.
I believe they have the deep diving one too on sale as well. One cool thing that I've noticed about this Little John Micro series, in the past, we've all had our favorite little small crankbaits, and they were difficult to cast. This one casts like a bullet because of the weight transfer system, but it runs really true. I mean, I know, I've had small crankbaits that I was a big fan of, but it was always really tough to keep them tuned and they were hard to cast. So the Micro series, definitely something you want to pick up. I mean, at $4 and something, that's a heck of a deal there going on from SPRO.
Yeah, I know we had a little bit of promo for the line, that braided line.
The finesse braid that Caleb Hudson was using.
I believe that is also
it is.
That is also on sale too. But you can go to
Caleb was saying he was actually going to pick some up at that price. It's better deal than Sid was giving him over there at SPRO. So hey, if it's good enough to win a Bassmaster Open and send the guy to the Elite Series and to Classic, and you can grab it at this price, it's probably cool.
One of the other things that is cool, just some of the stuff that kind of caught my eye, was frog skirts are 70% off. So if you have a bunch of bronze eyes, and I mean, I know as little as I throw a frog, my skirts get all kind of dried up, and I don't keep the best containment of them here. Frog skirts are 70% off. So all of the different colors that you can have, or if you want to change the colors of your frog skirts, $1.80 for the SPRO frog skirts too is a heck of a deal.
I had not seen that one, and you see it's got the little tool there too, the frog needle.
The frog. I didn't even know that they made that.
Yeah, you can pick that guy up. Doesn't look like, is he on sale? I don't know. But either way, but you can pick that guy up. Makes it a whole lot easier to change your skirts. But if you recall, Schmitty was mixing it up a little bit there on the lacrosse on the Mississippi River. He had the black frog and the white frog, and he was mixing it up and making the legs or the skirts, whatever you want to call them, black and white. So there's some reasoning to not only change your skirts out if they're getting a little worn, but change them out to kind of customize, give your frog a different look.
Yep, good top water there. Walking Haint down $5.25, 56% off. So especially, I know SPRO's been coming out with a bunch of different hard baits, a lot of different soft baits, a lot of different things. But that link there takes you. Make sure you can go through it and you can kind of hunt and peck and find some insanely good deals from SPRO.
For sure.
You mentioned the line. Let's get to it right away. SUNLINE, also known for their big Black Friday deals. What do we have going on at SUNLINE?
Well, we have got a lot of things. We've got 40% off of the Model FC, which is a baseline fluorocarbon, kind of an intro fluorocarbon. So it's priced right to begin with, but you get 40% off of that. So that's a really good price. Assassin, which is a great line, a fluorocarbon line, and then the super fluorocarbon. Those are all 40% off. And then they have put together a couple of kits, which they tend to like to do for Black Friday specials. So 20% off the Expert Braid Tester Kit. So you get the Siglon AMZ, the All Might, which is the sinking braid, and the Overwatch, which is the metered braid. All of those have great applications, not only for spinning, but casting with the AMZ. There's some heavier pound tests available in that green. And then there's a leader tester kit as well. So if you get the braided stuff and you want to go to the fluorocarbon or the nylon leader with the top waters, and that also comes with that cool SUNLINE zip bag. So a lot of stuff going on there.
So the Overwatch 12, this is actually, you can tell someone who fished put this together. So the Overwatch 12 is what I'd say 75% of the SUNLINE guys are using as their Florida braid leader for their minnows, for a lot of stuff. And then when they're not using it, they're using the All Might, which is the sinking braid. However, instead of going with that lower pound test, a lot of these guys are going with that 16.5 pound test. It's the pink stuff. If you want to use it for, I use mine basically for like a Nico to get everything down, or if it's windy out. So I have 75% of my stuff spooled with 12-pound Overwatch, and then I've got 2 reels with the All Might to get like a Ned rig down in there, a minnow if you're looking to get it, but the braid sinks, so it feels a little bit heavier. And then the Siglon, the 35 is what you throw your top water baits on. I throw a swim jig on it, a buzz bait, a walking bait, and then punch flip a rig with the 60-pound AMZ. So very cool there on some of those bundles. And then also that leader. So we get to test all these different leaders. Very cool too. I've gotten questions about that too. So a great opportunity to test that. $65, and that stuff will last you.
Yeah, you got V Hard, which is the top of the line, leader that SUNLINE makes, was super popular in Japan. They brought it over here. FC Leader, which is this engineered exactly for leader material, great shock absorption there. The nylon leader, which a lot of people sleep on, I feel like is engineered for exactly what you would think, braid to nylon or monofilament for top waters or anything that you want to use the nylon for. And then the Tepa, which is the tapered leader. And, that came out a few years back. It was something that SUNLINE was playing around with, introduced into the freshwater market. You had a tapered fly leader for years, but now this is available to the freshwater market, and then a lot of cool options with that. It starts at a higher pound test, tapers down to a lower pound test. You can fish it that way, or you can reverse it, or you can cut it and kind of get it where you want. So a lot of cool options there on the leader kit. And like I said, it comes with that SUNLINE zip bag, which has not only kind of like the Ziploc inner seal, but then the zip. So keep your stuff nice and fresh, dry. And I mean, who doesn't need an extra bag? I was organizing tackle all weekend and trying to go through stuff. And I was like, man, I wish I had more of these bags to put stuff in versus just putting them in, Ziplocs or whatever else. Cause those things tear up, pretty badly after you toss them in and out of the boat a few times. So great deals there from SUNLINE. Check that out for sure.
Let's move over to batteries. Pro Guide, big supporter of BTL for the last 5+ years. I've ran them, absolutely love them. I also know batteries are not the sexiest thing to talk about and one of the hardest things to sell. It's kind of like transmission work for your truck. Like, you have to have it done. It has to be in there. So when you can kind of take an advantage and upgrade, one of the cool things that Pro Guide has done this year for Black Friday is put together some bundles that are up to 35% off. So this is the Pro Guide Batteries website. You can see all sorts of different lithiums that include onboard chargers, whether you want to go with the 36 volt, 24 volt, the Alpha dual setup, all sorts of different bundles here. And you can tell there, this one's 4,200 or 4,300 regular for $29.99. If you're getting a new boat, if you're looking to upgrade it, I've got the charger. I run all Pro Guide lithiums in it. Highly recommend taking a gander at that and literally saving over $1,000 on the Pro Guide. So not much else there. If you have any questions,
yeah,
I can direct you into the right person who would know the answer to them.
I like the way they did that though, because you get tons of questions when guys, specifically when they're first getting into lithiums or just batteries in general, is like, what should I put in my boat? And this gives you like a ton of different options from like, the maximum, bundle that you would need that like a guy's running out on tour with multiple backups and whatnot, to like kind of more of an economical way to kind of entry level into it. So I like the way they put together those bundles. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep, definitely. We kind of split it up. We shouldn't have split it up. SPRO, GAMAKATSU, kind of the same. GAMAKATSU, big into the knife game. And I think we had this last year, and I know some of the guys got knives for Christmas, and these things are pretty badass knives. Yeah,
they ran it back this year because it did really well for them last year. So 50% off any of the EDC, the everyday carry knives. And for those of you that have used GAMAKATSU hooks, their sharpness. These knives, no exception there. I mean, they're super sharp, super durable, and really cool looking. I mean, you got 4 different finishes there, for anybody, any style, any type of thing you like. And I mean, a lot of guys, carry a pocket knife and a lot of usage.
Are you a pocket knife guy, Dave?
I am not. You know what? I carry one in the truck now.
I'm a pocket knife guy in the truck.
Yeah, but I'm not like a Michael Neal. Like, I mean, that guy has the EDC GAMAKATSU knife clipped to his jeans pocket or khaki pocket at all times.
Cargo shorts,
whatever. Like he's a knife guy. There are people who are just super knife guys, and it's handy, man. I mean, how many times have you been like, hey, anybody got a knife? And like, these guys are just busting out a knife. So there you go. And also with GAMAKATSU, $50 plus purchase. They're giving you a free hat while supplies last. Pretty sweet looking hat there too. So doesn't have to apply to the knife purchase. Spend 50 plus on the website on any products right now, and you get a free hat while supplies last. But the knives are the deal, man. 50% off. That's a heck of a deal on a pocket knife, and that doesn't really have to go for all fishermen. So if you got somebody out there that just likes to carry it to work, a hunter, use it around the house, do yard work, whatever, got the knife deal for you.
Did you have you ever seen the QVC clip where the guy is demonstrating the ladder?
Yes.
This kind of reminds me of what we're doing here. Is that not the funniest thing ever? Where he's like, "It's locked," and now he's like, "Oh, now it's locked," and then he crawls on top of it, and the ladder just eats him, and he ends up just shattering every bone on his body.
Yeah, it kind of happens. QVC's live.
Well, we're live here too.
That's
we're trying to keep it low QVC. All right. If you've been listening to BTL and you've noticed there's been some additional content there from CTL, which is Crappie Talk Live. The next episode, which is actually an in-studio episode that kind of breaks down episode 2 of CTL, which is hunting Easter eggs or catching giant floaters or roamers that you can do in your neck of the woods as long as you're in the big giant band where it doesn't freeze and you have forward-facing sonar and the right rods and baits, is dropping tomorrow night. That is sponsored by One Standard, which is a new premium crappie tackle company. And they obviously are making a splash by basically offering everything for free.
I don't know about free, but there's some really, really good deals going on at One Standard.
I'll pull it up here. So this is the all-in-one kit. So one of the things that's the most intimidating thing when you're a bass guy getting into the crappie game is getting your hands on what you know will catch them. If you watch CTL, you've seen Zeke and I have used these products in the first 2 episodes. We'll continue to use them. You get this pack right here, and you're pretty much set with anything that you might come across in crappie fishing this fall or this winter. So is that 50% off? It's $86.85, and it's on sale for $49.99 right now.
Yeah, high 40s for sure. It's a great savings, and I mean that's a lot of. I'm going to sell some baits to people in the South. That's a lot of crappie baits. I get so much grief for that when I'm around.
Yeah, you always
like,
say that
crappie, and then I come home, they're like, it's crappie. So we're going to sell them to the Southerners,
sockeye, all sorts of stuff. So,
but yeah, a ton of stuff there. All of the jig heads you need, the bait heads, the Minnow 1, which is the bait you guys have been using, all types of stuff, man. I mean, a little variety of everything that One Standard offers, and that's the all-in-one kit. They also have the Crappie Core Collection.
Also known as the Crappie Core. So this is if you just want to dabble your feet. So I'm looking at this between you get one of the packs of each of the jig heads. So one of them we haven't done yet. That's the 2-way rig. That's more of a Jeremy Lawyer type thing, a dock shooter jig, then the standard jig that we're using, pack of the 2-inch and a pack of the 2.75-inch minnows. So that literally is just a kind of a tester pack of
I mean, for less than $20, you can get your feet wet with the One Standard.
I found so that 275 with that jig head, I'm good for anywhere from 6 to 10 keepers before I have to change it out.
Good.
So that pack should be, you should be able to catch several limits.
And again, a nice branded zip bag. It's got that inner seal like we were talking about. Same type concept as the SUNLINE bag. Store all your stuff. All your other stuff doesn't have to just be One Standard stuff. But load your cart up with One Standard baits. I don't think you'll be disappointed there. You guys have been just smashing them on the CTL shows. So I'm looking forward to see what else you can do with them.
This past episode that you can go watch on the One Standard hair, and then that Minnow 1 has all the cuts in the bottom of it.
Yeah, the Minnow 4, the hair jig. Yeah,
the Minnow 1 is the plastic though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has all the cuts in it. Hair. Very cool with it on that. All right, I just talked with Scott Palmer from the Bass Tank, and they have a ton of Black Friday deals. The best thing to do for that is to head over to the Bass Tank for the holiday savings. They're actually live right now, regardless of whether you want Lowrance, Garmin, Humminbird. If you want to get into the live scope game, they have 34 LVS 34 bundles, originally 1,800, starting at 1,400. Screens, all sorts. I mean, I can't even go through all of it there, but the link is in there. As detailed as you want. If you need to replace your trolling motor, now is a great time to do it. If you want any of the Bass Tank accessories, now is a great time to do it. Pages and pages. This is kind of their go-to time of the year right here. This holiday season right here for the Bass Tank. So anything and all things as complex or as simple as you want to make it, the Bass Tank has you covered on that too. And then
I feel like this is one of the things that Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to spend that much money, have those guys expertly install your stuff. They'll do a great job with it. But I do feel like this is one of the areas that makes a whole lot of sense on Black Friday. It's kind of like the equivalent of all the deals you're getting from Best Buy or the news where you see people fighting over the 100-inch plasmas or whatever. This is where you can save some money if you're looking to get into electronics upgrade. Get your feet wet with that. I mean, the Bass Tank has got some crazy.
Yeah, I mean, here's a 10-inch Echo
now.
Map Ultra 2 106 SV with the LVS 34 live scope. It's a bundle and $2,600.
Yeah, and those guys, I mean, they're always open
plenty
to answer
be able to compete.
Whatever question you have, those guys, you've seen the shows that they've done with Matt where Scott's out on the water actually dialing the stuff in for him. I mean, those guys are so knowledgeable about that. I think it makes a lot of sense to buy from a company like that versus just ordering, blindly off the website if you have a lot of questions of exactly what you need to get your boat set up how you want it.
Something that I've never done, but I know a lot of guys do, is pour their own lead. Do it molds with some good Black Friday offerings as well, Dave.
Yeah, so it's not only on the lead pouring deal, man, but those guys are selling lure blanks and all types of stuff now. You can pour plastics. They've got anywhere from 10, 20, 30% off, free gift with purchase, buy one get one. I mean, just probably more stuff than we can go through, but go check it out on the Do It Molds website. Spinnerbait skirts, like all types.
Yeah, that would probably be good for me to get on and get some of them skirts.
Yeah, I mean, we
30% off. That's something that I am. That's something that I think a lot of the guys have. I do not have never done that. Like, if I have whatever skirt that my football jig is, that's what skirt it is. I've been in the boat with a lot of these guys who will change it up between flash and orange and purple.
To have like a whole skirt tying kit or whatever. Mm-hmm. So Do It makes it easy for you. That they actually have a lot of cool colors pre-tied. You can trim them up how you want to, obviously, but ton of options there on Do It. Paint markers. I mean, we're just going through tons of stuff.
Spend $200, get a free $20 gift certificate. Spend $500, get a free $50 gift certificate. So
yeah, like I said, they get the lure blanks for all you painters and stuff out there. Paint your own crankbaits.
Do you tie your own stuff?
I don't. I've never. We were always kind of order them from whoever was tying them in North Carolina type deal. That's kind of what the South Carolina guys did. But a lot of those old jig tying guys, man, they're getting up there and aren't doing as much tying anymore. So definitely something I need to get into is tying my own jigs, and Do It Mold is a place where you can get everything you need to do that.
All right. I think I found it. We're going to play this with audio. How long has it been since you watched?
Because it is very, very popular. We're going to go to the phones. Hi, you're on there with Lisa and Kevin. What's your name?
Hi, Lisa. It's Renee from California.
Hey, Renee. Chris is over there kind of giving us a look at how to use the ladder there.
I got to tell you something. I have this ladder. It is awesome.
Oh, now what
everybody wants this ladder. I live in an apartment with vaulted ceilings. Uh-oh.
Okay, we're going to make sure that Chris is okay.
Has Chris ever been heard from again?
That wasn't even the one I was...
I thought the ladder failure. That one was good, though.
The one that this is the one that I was thinking of. Oh, yeah.
Push them in, and that will release it.
Can you hear it?
And right here. Push the button in, that releases it, and then after you let go, it locks. Firmly in place.
Clearly not locked.
You're all set. And this is tough.
It is.
Listen, give you an example. Say you have you have to get up on the wall, high ceiling, vaulted ceiling. Hey, listen, just walk right up. And I tell you, it's very safe, it's durable, and it's lightweight.
You're scaring me.
So really,
wow.
Now it's locked in place. Okay. So really, you say,
oh God, Harold, are you okay?
Actually, I didn't have it locked.
Then it goes away.
QVC is still a big thing, man. I have a neighbor who's you could clearly see their living room, when you walk by, and they've got a giant television, and daily from when they wake up till they go to sleep, it's on QVC. So still a thing. So we may be the QVC of Black Friday bass fishing sales today. So I'm okay with that.
All right. Let's head over to some reels. We'll start. Let's kick her off with Denali. Denali has pretty much, it's pretty basic, isn't it? 30% off all rods and reels site wide.
Yeah, they kept it pretty simple, which is cool. 30% off all rods and reels site wide, with the exclusion of clearance items. So case sensitive code you throw in there at checkout. So anything you want to grab off Denali as far as rods and reels goes, that you get 30% off. That goes for all their bass rods, catfish rods, walleye rods, panfish rods, spinning reels, and bait casting reels. So pretty simple, cut and dry there, but some great savings from our friends over at Denali, 30% off.
All right. And like I said, link for all this stuff is not the ladders, but link for everything else is in the in the description of the show. Another longtime supporter of BTL is BEATDOWN Outdoors, also a supporter of CTLC. I went to turn my head there and it just shot right up my spine. That was a good time right there. They have several Black Friday deals.
Yeah, this one gets a little detailed here. So we'll just roll through it. That's the easiest way we can do it. So the Breakaway Junior Transducer Pole, regularly priced at $3.99. Intro pricing for that little dude is $2.99. So it's just a smaller junior version of their transducer pole. So for you guys that are looking for another option of mounting your forward-facing sonar transducer, not on your trolling motor, super easy way, whether you got an aluminum boat, walleye type boat, whatever you have there, that's a great option. Free pro pointer. So that's the pointer that attaches to various trolling motors. They're geared up for different brands, but free one of those guys to help your live scope casting accuracy with the purchase of any transducer pole. And grab that guy, and then the kickstand. I don't know if you've seen that or not, Matt. It's the
I have not.
So the flex mount they have is the one that folds down. So it folds down and kind of gets flush with your deck. So they have a kickstand now you can add to that one, so you don't have to fold it all the way down. It just kind of sits and gives you a little bit more stability when running and whatnot. And then tons of bonuses based on how much money you spend. So you spend $200, you're going to $200 plus. They're going to give you the equivalent 10% gift card of your purchase. $300 plus, they're going to give you a free set of the replacement graph knobs, which you see there in the graphics. So
those are nice.
Yeah, super high quality stuff there. You can replace your plastic graph knobs that most of the units come with the BEATDOWN knobs there, super high quality. $400 plus, you're going to get the 10% equivalent gift card plus the free knobs. $750 plus, you're going to get a 20% gift card, and $1,000 plus, you're going to get a 25% gift card emailed to you there from BEATDOWN. The gift cards, obviously must be spent on their website and not at a retailer, but some really cool options there from BEATDOWN Outdoors.
All right, we're going to go old school here. LEW'S is doing some really good deals on reels, and then also some of the mock bait casting combos. So if you're looking to get a youth, a high school kid, something into fishing, some really good deals there. This is the one that kind of noticed me. 20% off the speed spool bait caster is only $111 for like an OG speed spool. And
that's a great reel.
Yeah, the skip and pitcher, $175. You want to try that Pro TI, $343 down from $429 with the spinning rods, and then you look at like the Mach 2s for less than $200 for a whole combo and things. So they've been around for forever and will continue to be around. So some really good deals over at LEW'S. Also, check your local retailers and online retailers, Omni, that type of stuff for Black Friday deals for Strike King and LEW'S too. So some of this stuff, independent retailers do it, and there's also some retailers that don't do Black Friday stuff, so that they're independent kind of brick and mortar and online retailers
Yeah.
can kind of reap the benefits of the Black Friday stuff as well.
And I do know for sure that there are a good many brick and mortar tackle stores that have an online presence as well that are going to have Black Friday stuff. But I think they're actually going to start them on Black Friday, run them through December 1st, just to kind of give equal opportunity to the online purchasers plus their regular walk-in standard customers. So you just be on the lookout for your favorite tackle retailer. Those guys are going to have some stuff out for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if I bet that skip and pitch would be good for the crappie reels that we're using, because I'm just using like old beat up bass reels here. But when you talk about, this has the skip it zone, it holds 40 yards of 20-pound test fluorocarbon, which is what we use, so we don't need a lot on it. I might have to pick up a couple of those.
Yeah, you should check them out.
Definitely going to have to pick up a couple of those. All right, you got anything else on the docket, Dave, or did we get through this in a timely fashion for everybody's Black Friday shopping needs?
I mean, like we said, man, there are so many Black Friday deals out there, not only from the our great partners that support us throughout the season and throughout the years, but just go out and support, whatever brand, you like, or whatever deals you think are really good. These people do a lot for the industry, and they are slinging some really great deals right now. It's a good time of year to stock up on stuff that you may not even use right now, but in springtime or further down the line, or grab some Christmas gifts for people. So a lot of good deals out there. Too many to mention for sure.
Yep, and then this is Monday, the 24th, 25th, 8:30 a.m. We have Omnia Fishing that'll be on BTL. They'll talk about all that they have going down over on the Omnia site, and then following that, tomorrow we have Adam Bartuzek on. We're going to film a bunch of shows tomorrow. We also have Justin Lucas on, who's going to be talking about his recent Cup win in the MLF Team Series to close out the year. It's cool. I saw him get home. Like, the cup is as big as both of his kids. He had him standing. I was just about to say
that's a giant cup.
It's a big cup. He won with Brent Ayler. I need to reach out to Brent and see if I'd like to get him on. But I messaged Lucas and I said, congratulations. Only 6 more to go before you catch Jacob Wheeler. Like, I would imagine at this point, after he won the 3rd one, that Wheeler just has to be like, I don't know what to do with this damn cup. Like, you just the cups have to just start. The cups have to just, like, they're not an easy.
No,
that's
like,
you win like little
case
like
material.
You win like little stuff. Like, I'm good at winning the little stuff. I'm not.
Next time you have Wheeler on, that's a special request. I would like to see where he is displaying the 6 cups.
Do you want to see the biggest bass fishing trophy that I've ever won? The answer is yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if I can do this without. This has been with me since I was 17 years old.
The Assumption Bass Club.
In the Assumption Bass Club, this thing weighs 40 pounds. And at the time, I was pretty pumped with it. It's for Big Bass of the Year, 9.22 pounds, and Big String of the Year in 2002. What do you think the Big String of the Year in 2002 in the Assumption Bass Club was?
14.5 pounds.
It was a 3-fish, 15.18. It was the same day I had
close.
the 9. Anyway, this thing is like enormous. It's like 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, now that you're showing that, I'm not mad at all of these bigger cups and the NPFL shields. I think we need a little throwback to these bigger trophies.
What I didn't know is one of the old guys in the club, that might have hurt the neck even more, had this thing sitting around for 20 years and he won it in the 80s. He had no clue, didn't want it, didn't know where to keep it, didn't know how to get rid of it. So, I was 17 years old at the time. They said, screw it, let's rip the plate off from 1989, the Mega Bass Bowl champion, and just slap a new plaque on there and give it to the youngster.
Hey, saved a little money, made you happy.
Still have the thing in the studio. So.
There you go.
All right. This has been another edition of BTL, the Black Friday edition with Dave Rush from Breast on Tour. You can check out all of these deals. Link is in the description. You can also head over to bestontour.net, sign up for that newsletter. It comes to your inbox once a week for free. A lot of times there's deals, links in there, what's going on in the industry, both on and off the water. For Matt Pangrak, Dave Rush, we'll talk to everyone later. See ya.
See ya.